So now I return in a different place. Totally, completely different. Said I wasn't going to remove the videos, and after some thought, I'm like, remove them. It's not characteristic of who I am, just in general. But, you know what? No one is exempt from being taken out of his or her space. I don't care, how disciplined or, how professional or responsible a person may be. Yeah, it is what it is, and everybody has their limit, and that's not what this is about. Anyhow, this is more just about life and just appreciating what you have. It goes up and down. Circumstances, on day to day sometimes, depending on your line of work, coworkers can make your life a living hell, but a year later, people leave the company, people get sick, people get fired, people retire, and things change. The environment changes to your, perhaps to your benefit or against. It just depends, but nothing in life is consistent. It stays the same. Our bodies deteriorate as we get older. And, I've discussed, leukopenia to distal bunions to, treatment, opioid treatment, and I don't know, just... in past, I talked about dialysis and diabetes. These are all things that it just depends on your genetic makeup will determine whether or not, and choices in how you live your life also. It also affects the quality of your life and what may or may not develop in terms of medical conditions later. Some things are unavoidable, But in the meantime, I call it in the meantime of living life, until those things happen, until we're 6 feet under, it's like, what are we, you got to make the best of it. And yeah, when the bad moments present themselves, how you deal with them. Yeah, I learned a few things, and, it's like, okay, don't give anybody that kind of power to ever pull yourself out of, from being the better person, from being the best person that you're meant to be. But it just, and I reflect and I think about the people that I've had in my life, the people that have since passed, or people that I just no longer associate with, friendships and things, A lot of times friendships, you outgrow friendships. People outgrow relationships sometimes, So, and I remind myself that I'm right where I'm supposed to be, the things that need tweaking for the better to the things that I am absolutely 100% satisfied with, that I wouldn't change if my life depended on it, And it's just, life is so damn short, and I just, it astounds me, I guess, how, like, you go through life and you talk to people, and some people are really good at just talking the talk, but don't have a clue about, like, really how to walk it, and show people, like, hey, I really care about you, without getting used, because a lot of times people can misconstrue your kindness for stupidity, and unfortunately, no, that shouldn't be the case. But I've had it done, been taken advantage of, because I gave and gave, and out of the kindness of my heart. No, I didn't have any conditions placed on that, but felt used, because it was like, as soon as I stopped or pumped the brakes to slow it down, it was, no more. And I was like, wow, and I've been told, if you give too much too fast, you're going to get hurt. And there are people out there who will not intentionally do it, but even the people who don't have that intention can still fall and unintentionally do it. It's just, and then of course, yeah, you got people out there who are just straight up takers and bullshitters, and I mean, different strokes for different folks. It takes all kinds to make the world go around. But I think about this cliche, and I mentioned it in past. It's so funny how one day we can mean so much, be such a big part of somebody else's life, and the next day not mean a bag of beans, I mean, not mean anything. Just be totally cut out, because we didn't do or say what that person thought should have done or said or should do based on whatever, I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta live your own life, and you gotta live your life to meet your own needs and find your own happiness. Your happiness isn't just going to be given to you. It's not going to be given to me. It never was. Never will be. You got to take your happiness. Find it and take it. And I don't mean take from somebody else and hurt somebody else to get your happiness. No. But there are people that, yeah, they get jealous over that. And jealousy is an ugly thing. It's got to be like the ugliest thing to me is jealousy, because it leads to hatefulness and, the backstabbing and drama. And, no thank you kind on that stuff. I've been through all that, when I was, in my teens. And to me, now looking back, it's like, God, how adolescent, if you don't know how to be happy for somebody else. Because, everybody, to me, in my mind, everybody has their moment. Whether they decide to take it and grab it or not, it's another story. And there are things in life that happen that are very unfair. Loss of a child, for example. Or, yeah, to me, that's the worst. But these things that are just beyond comprehension or beyond our control are most unfortunate. But just generally speaking, for me, if somebody's happy, I'm happy, because it's like, okay, if somebody's genuinely happy, you're going to get the better part of who that person is in terms of kindness and just more loyalty and things like this than somebody who is miserable, hateful, alone, or controlling, manipulative, and, doesn't know how to really accept somebody for who they are and where they're at, because we're all going to hit high points and low points, and there's going to be times where we need people and other times where we become more self-sufficient. And it's a part of life, Those are things that's can't change, Can't change, but as you get older, you got to become even more self-sufficient in many ways, because as your parents pass, and if you have older siblings, as they pass, you got to learn to swim or sink. And for me personally, I claim to be a survivor, and always have been, and that's how always, so many people have viewed me, and I thank them for that, because that has always encouraged me, even when I've backpedaled and all that stuff. I'm a human being. Don't judge me. Don't judge anybody. Take stock in your own before, just as I would say, to myself, I take stock in myself before I'm going to take stock in you. Because chances are when you take stock in somebody, you're seeing something that is within yourself. That's just what I believe, But life's too short, and I'm really enjoying life these days. And so I had my moment, and it is what it is. I saved it. It's not no longer public, but I still have it as a reminder of like, don't you dare ever again, you know. I mean, it's hard to be pissed, but